Welcome, students. The purpose of this video is to trace the functions in a Python program that involves turbografx. It is wise to organize a computer program into sections imports, constants, variables, and I emphasize functions today, as well as main, in that order from top down. Well, the power and the flexibility of this program, I would say, is in its functions. I'm going to count the functions here that happen to be in this program that I nicely folded up using the plus symbol that's next to each DEF defined function. By folding them up, I can easily count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Currently, there are 10 functions. The word DEF is appearing 10 times. Each one has a body to it that's indented. Usually, you don't really need to look at the body because the purpose of the function is well explained by its title. Draw player, it makes sense that it draws the player. The code inside of it uses what's called a goto command, but you really technically at this time don't need to know that. Move forward, it moves the player forward, but you can see that inside its body, there's a command that's spelled player.forward. So just trust me, for now, the functions work as advertised, but you can always make another function. I like to just copy and paste an existing function. So by copying and pasting, get jiggy with it. Either I copy and paste oddly like that, where you only think that you're copying and pasting one line of code, but really you are copying and pasting the whole body if you unfold it like this. So either way, unfolded or not, highlight your mouse over the chunk of code, hold down Command or Control C on the keyboard, make room for the new location of the function. If in doubt, just always make extra room, extra white space, as we say. Then with your cursor in there lined up vertically, Command V to paste. And now you have a copy of the function, and you don't really want two copies of the same function, of course. So I'm changing the name of this second copy of Get Jiggy with it to Mambo number 5, or another dance move that I use at weddings when I'm sort of in that position that I pretty much have to dance and I can't avoid getting out on the dance floor. Mambo number 5. I have trouble spelling that there, so maybe you would abbreviate 5 and just use the digit. But you cannot name a function starting with a digit. So it would not be legal to name it 5 something. Just like sometimes usernames, you can't start with a digit, but you can start with a letter. So Mambo number 5, maybe you abbreviate number. That's legal also. That's good style for some people. Mambo num 5 would be another good name for this. Now I'm going to edit the code, but this time I'm going to change my for loop. For I in range 7, I'm going to change that loop, as you can see, for I in range 3. And player.forward random.randint010. Now that was a lot of complicated stuff that used a random number. This time I'm going to keep it quite simple in the parentheses, player.forward, say 50. Then the next line of code, simplified, player.left 50. No, I'm sorry, 45. Because we are indented inside of a for loop, this code that's indented executes and runs a total of 3 times because of the 3 in that range. And 3 times 45 is 135. So it's going to be partially, not a whole circle, like a third of a circle, but with 45-degree measurements. So I run the program and I expect this to happen, and it doesn't happen. Can anybody explain live in this video that will go on my YouTube site why we're not seeing some new Mambo number 5 related functionality? What's your sense? Why is it not happening even though I typed out the code? Yes, Ayla? Or no, I'm sorry, it's Vanessa, rather? Yes. So we did not tie the function together with a key on the keyboard. Like the J is to the get jiggy with it. J is to get jiggy with it. Like there is no letter that matches up with Mambo number 5. So one of your many upgrades that you'll be doing in a week is you'll copy and paste, in this case, one of these screen.on key commands, or you could retype it if you don't mind, and paste. And I'm just going to change get jiggy with it to, and Noel, what should I put in there for my question marks to link this new statement up with Mambo number 5? Yep, Mambo number 5. Spelled exactly correctly, not with any capital letters that are different or such. So Mambo num 5. And it would not make sense to have the letter J work for both. That would be like the same phone number calling both Papa John's and Domino's. That wouldn't really work. They're competitors. Plus, people would just be confused where to go to pick up the pizza. So find another letter on the keyboard that's available that's not used up above. And this is up to you. Perhaps the digit 5 would actually work. You got to put double quotes around it. And now it's time to test this. So by adding line 111 and the body of the defined DEF, defined function, Mambo num 5, we should see soon here when I press the 5 on the keyboard, the player move forward 50, left 45 degrees, and for a total of 3 times. Here goes. And there it is. It's sort of like a curve. And maybe you want the pen to be down. So in that case, right above the for loop, but in the indented, player dot pen down. Somewhere else in this program, you've perhaps seen pen down and pen up. So I try it again, this time pressing the 5 on the keyboard, and cause and effect, because pen down is above the for loop, it will draw this Mambo number 5 as if there's a paint on the person's like dance shoes or something. At this point, if you keep pressing 5, it keeps doing the same thing over and over again, perhaps making the line thicker. And if you hold it down, you get really weird effects, which I see students do all the time, even though I don't support that sort of thing, because this could like break the internet. Or not. So there's a lot of cool effects by adding for loops and changing the numbers, and some of it can be planned out artistically, but don't forget to put your pen back up again so that it doesn't stay down for the duration of the dance party. So I'm going to now player dot pen up, but not indented. Because that player dot pen up is not indented, it happens, it executes after the complete for loop is finished. Trust me, you'll just need that to not be indented there so that when somebody does say get jiggy with it, the pen isn't still down. So in closing, I'm just going to move around a bunch of times and do a Mambo number 5 with paint on my dance shoes. By moving around and then pressing the digit 5, I'll have a bunch of these patterns. I don't have to worry about picking up the pen each time. I can trace this out in this shape of Mambo number 5. Have a great day.